Hello everyone and welcome to Techy Tutorials. And here we are with my jetpack flying up to the side of my tower. It's rather noisy, I apologise for that, but there we go, that might be a bit better. And it's kind of hard to land. There we go, perfect landing. And today we are doing a starting out thing for the starting out tutorial for Industrial Craft. So Industrial Craft introduces four resources into the world, basically. Rubber, then there's copper, then there's tin, uranium, and you might count the bronze, but that is made with tin and copper, as some of you might know. Also, another thing, you get the rubber from trees like this by getting a tree tap, which is made like this. This is a project table. This is red power thing. I'll explain this some other time when I do my red power episode. And you just simply right click on those places with sap in, and voila! So, what we'll just quickly do, the sticky resin, you throw that in the furnace normally, but anyway. Let's get some music on, shall we? That's kind of relaxing. So the first basic recipe is the iron furnace, which is a furnace round with some iron ingots like it around this, or you can use a normal iron or you can use the furnace shape but with iron. I prefer to do this. So next there is the copper cable. This is the basic thing for almost everything in Industrial Craft. So you will be making a lot of this. Next, there is the machine block, very intense with the thing. You get refined iron by smelting normal iron ingots in the machine block. No, in the furnace. Also, I must mention, while I remember, the iron furnace here is more efficient than the normal furnace. Right, so next, the electronic circuit. This is the basis of almost everything electronic in the game. So I'll just get a few of these. There we go. Next up, the battery. So here we go. It's crafted like this, as you see, and it is needed for generators and bat boxes, really, and that's pretty much it. So get a couple of them. Next up, as you probably thought, is the generator. However, it can be made with with a normal furnace here, and a machine block, there if you must. But this is the most basic way of generating power for Industrial Craft. So what we'll do, we'll go over to this wall here, place it down. Now we get to the machines. So one of the very first machines I recommend you craft is the macerator, an electronic circuit, some cobblestone, flint, and machine block. Not really that expensive. So we'll go ahead and get this, and I'll get something to demonstrate this then. So copper ore. The macerator basically doubles your money, if you'd like to say it like that. Is that the macerator? Oh no. Oops. This way. Sorry about that. Well, I'm about to fly, I'm going to turn down the sound. I just love doing that, don't you? There we go, perfect landing. And you put ores in and it will double the income in effect, but you will need to smelt double too. but I think it's worth it. So we'll get some coal, put it in our generator. Next thing you'll probably be wanting to do is store your energy, so you can power a load of machines. So I believe I put it here. Yeah, the bat box, crafted with 3 batteries, a copper cable, wooden planks, and this can hold up to. I'm not particularly sure, but let's go find out. This generates 32 EU per tick. EU stands for energy units. And is the energy measure in industrial craft. So next up, I recommend you craft the extractor. And I wish I still had it, but I'm a bit of an idiot like this sometimes. We'll just take some of this. You can do this. You can do this with sticky resin too, but yeah. That's the tin dust, and we'll put in some copper too. And as you see, it's used up 3, but we get 6. And each one of these smelts into an ingot. So next up, we have the compressor. It's not really used for that much. You can use it to make ice though, which is useful. But otherwise, it's pretty much useless. But unless you, however, if you do want to get a nuclear reactor, I believe it is actually really important, and it's really important for the advanced machines. Now that I think about it, so I'll put that down there. And finally, I haven't missed anything. Nope, I haven't. Finally, the electric furnace. Simply redstone, iron furnace, and an electronic circuit. This is probably the most cheap. This is probably one of the cheapest machines in industrial craft. And you're probably thinking, what are these over here? Well, I'll get to that later. Well, in another series when we do advanced industrial craft. And these machines are very noisy, but you can turn them down in the config file, I believe. Oh, I have some cable on here. And what you will want to do . This is probably an ugly way, but you don't want to go. This little dot here is the output. That dot there, so that's the output. And all the other sides are the input. And you never want to loop it like that. But yeah, the bat box can hold up to 40,000 EU. Yeah. And it releases 32 EU per tick. And what you can do here is just wire these up like so. What you may want to do if you want to move your machines, because you can't just move them with a pickaxe, you may want to craft some. Bronze is what I'm thinking of. So you just simply do this, make some bronze dust, and smelt it up in whatever. Obviously, this is much faster, and these slots here, if you were wondering, are for upgrades. So you can have an overclocker upgrade, which speeds stuff up. But I'm not waiting for this, so what we can do, t/give. We got 3 diamonds now, so yeah, I'll just quickly make a pickaxe or something. So then we can get that copper block over, well, that bronze block over there. You can't use tin or copper to make tools, but you can use bronze to do so. And they're almost as good as iron. Oh no, they last longer than iron, but they're a slight bit weaker. if that makes sense. Well, that's in armor terms, but yeah. And they mine a bit slower. There we go, bronze block. And then what we shall do, simply do like T and then put 2 above to create a wrench. And then you can use this to move your machines without damaging them, because if you take them like this, they only drop the machine block, which is kind of crummy. However, generators do tend to drop generators. Not always though, that's not. And the wrench doesn't always have a 100% chance to pick it up. But thank you very much for watching. I hope this was enjoyable for you. And goodbye. Feel free to rate, comment, and/or subscribe. And have a nice day.